Hello there and welcome to yet another interesting segment of the newspaper review here on TAP TV for today, the second day of August 2022. My name is Cyril Aloysius, and as always, it has always been my pleasure to bring you the newspaper headlines. And looking at the papers with me for today is, as always, Mr. Victor. Thank you very much. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So, sir, the insecurity in the country is actually, the state of insecurity in the country is actually becoming very alarming these days. What should we do, Mr. Victor? Who did we offend?
Like I will always tell you, we should change guards. Okay, yes, it's been done before, but mind you, we still have I think our intelligence system, they've been doing so poorly that many things happen behind their back. So I think the National Security Advisory, the total team, should be changed, and hopefully too, like I also said, we should just stay out the remaining months of this regime.
So you think it's about changing the personnel?
No, we need to change. We need to change.
You don't think being properly equipped is part of the reasons why we are suffering what we are suffering?
See, we've been spending so much money, so much billions of dollars. Our what do you call it? SS crude account, our ECA has gone so down. Okay. Monies that were up to 30 to 40 billion dollars has gone down to 333
so you do believe,
million dollars.
So you do believe,
sorry, $1,000.
So you do believe that the forces actually have the needed
see, they have the right equipment. They have the right equipment. Just like even what happened just 2 days ago when the Al-Qaeda leader was shot down. The US shot him down with their special drone. Okay, I was just watching on TV, somebody coming out to say, how can Nigeria go and Nigeria is supposed to go and get such a sophisticated equipment? I almost there. Let me not go further on that.
Let's not should I say waste all our gist on just the opening stages of the program today. But we'll be starting by looking at the nation. Amongst the headlines in the nation, we have, this one says, Northwest, Southwest lead in voter registration. Northwest, Southwest lead in voter registration. Okay. And next in the nation, we have intrigues as Amechi Akpabio Silva battle for control of NDDC. Intrigues as Amechi Akpabio Silva battle for control of NDDC. Okay, that's for that. And on page 7 of the nation, we have explain surge in crime. Explain surge in crime. Minister challenges security agencies. Says explain surge in crime. Minister challenges security agencies. That's on page 7 of the nation. And on page 5 of the nation, we have Kaduna residents flee as gunmen abduct over 50. Kaduna residents flee as gunmen abduct over 50. And lastly, on page 27 and 6, we have police beef up security in Oyo, Ondo, Ekiti. PDP Board of Trustees to mediate in Atiku. Wike face off. PDP Board of Trustees to mediate in Atiku Wike face off. Okay, Mr. Victor, before we move straight now to our next paper, what do you have to say concerning the headlines?
Okay.
How do you react to these headlines?
Yeah, good news from the continuous voters registration conducted by INEC. They came out with the numbers yesterday that 12.2 million Nigerians were able to go and register from when the portal was reopened. Okay, it is good to let our viewers note that the portal was opened in June 28, 2021. That was last year. Okay, why I'm putting it out there is because there are many persons out there saying that INEC did not give enough time for people to go out and register, for people to go out and transfer their voting units. But my brother, 1 full year of opening their offices, I think is big enough. Okay, yes, some persons are also complaining that they do not have enough machines. My bro, mind you, this whole panic of registration started building up 3 months ago when people felt that it was almost time.
Okay,
but this program started June 28th. it was supposed to last to 30th of June 2022. It started June 28, 2021. Supposed to end June, last day of June in 2022. Then some court cases came up. Some people sued INEC to court to say that they should extend. And INEC on their own, they had the right to say no. But they on their own came out to say, okay, let's go for another month.
Okay.
And they went for another month. Okay? And people are still complaining. Yes, I understand that not everybody has registered. There are many people out there that have not registered. Yes, they are complaining. I call it complain and saying that they have been disenfranchised. My brother, my sisters, you had the whole time since June 28, 2021. And that also brings us to the talk that Nigerians always wait for the dying minute to take action.
Last minute rush.
Yes. Okay, down to the statistics. I'm so happy that from the lot, from the 12 point, actually it's 12.29, but yeah, they just down approximated it to 12.2. Okay, now from the 12.2 million Nigerians that got registered, I'm so happy that the youth made about 80% of the total numbers that went out for this. And you know the reason why the youths have to come out. Let's keep that aside.
Yes.
It's left for our viewers to talk about that. Okay, now you also find out, Mr. Cyril, that out of the youths, out of male and female, that the female, they registered more than male for the first time.
Wow.
I'm so happy about that. Okay, I'm so happy about that. That the female, can you imagine that?
Yes.
That they came out.
It's a thing of joy, actually.
Oh man, it calls for serious celebration. Okay?
Yes, it does.
In fact, it calls for a public holiday. Okay, so I'm so happy about that. Okay, then down to the numbers, or okay, let's down to north and south. If you divide Nigeria with your knife, tear it into two, find out that the north, as usual, came out more to register than the south. But one striking thing about that is that when you now come down to to the geopolitical zones, to the 6 geopolitical zones, the northwest came first. And shockingly for me, the south came second.
Wow.
Yes. Then when you break it down to states, Lagos and Kaduna came so close to become the top states that registered. And we already know, you can't take out those numbers. Lagos has the numbers, Kano has the numbers. But shockingly for me, that Delta State came third. And that is so shocking for me.
Why is it shocking for you?
Because out of them all, you should be talking about what about River State, what about Kaduna, okay? But what about Edo, where you have so many people? What about Ogun State? But yeah, for the fact that for Delta to come third, that's a big news for me. So going by the numbers, I'm so happy that the numbers really it came like some came like a big surprise, especially for the female folks coming out more than the men. Okay, but in all, I'm so happy. Yes, INEC has also come out to say, see, we are not going to extend this. Forget about it. We still need time to print these cards. Another problem now will be Nigerians to go out and collect their cards. Out of these 12.29 million Nigerians, I pray that 10 million can go out and collect their cards.
Okay, Mr. Victor, let me just throw a question at you. If you had the power now to extend the registration date, would you actually?
I will not, because we need time to print. We need time to print these cards. We need time for INEC to also plan. They also need to rest, because there is a lot coming forth for them. So the registration time, there was a timetable, my brother. Okay, the timetable was there.
How about for those persons who actually had genuine reasons why they haven't done theirs till now? Because truth be told, there are some persons who are actually out there who went out to get their PVCs, but because of some some factor or the other, they weren't able to get it, either because of a result of bad machines, or machines weren't available, or something like that, or crowds. Some of them will say, okay, come today, come tomorrow, stuff like that, with genuine reasons. What would you say about stuff like that?
I'm sorry that happened to them.
Okay.
But more especially if they had started since June.
Okay.
Okay, it wouldn't have been like this. And mind you, even down to December last year, INEC offices were open and nobody was there. So they should not carry the blame and put on top of INEC. No, so their offices were open. Where were they?
So you think that the citizens weren't serious with this until it got
until the late hours.
Yes. Okay, we'll end it there. Let's move straight now to the Daily Sun. And amongst the headlines in the Daily Sun for today, we have UBA names new GMD and executive directors. That's on page 2 of the Daily Sun. UBA names new GMD and executive directors. Okay, and on page 4 we have bloody day in Plateau, Taraba as terrorist strike. Bloody day in Plateau, Taraba as terrorist strike. Okay, you can get all the details on that on page 4 of the Daily Sun. And on page 7 we have protest rock Abuja over insecurity. Protests rock Abuja over insecurity. Okay, that's a very sad one on page 7 of the Daily Sun. And on page 26 we have we don't fix cut-off marks, says JAMB. JAMB says we don't fix cut-off mark. JAMB is saying that on page 26 of the Daily Sun. And on page 28 we have majority of senators in support of impeachment move against Buhari. That's according to Bukachuwa on page 28 of Daily Sun. And lastly, on Daily Sun we have IPOB issues stay away order against Igbo politicians. IPOB issues stay away order against Igbo politicians. Okay, warns them never to visit Southeast until Nnamdi Kanu is released. That's on page 8 of the Daily Sun. Okay, before we move to our next paper, Mr. Victor, how do you react to these headlines?
Okay, let's do the security news. Let me first start with the IPOB. Okay, IPOB released a statement that the Igbo politicians that are in Abuja, that they should not dare coming down to the southeast unless they come home with Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, I don't know how visible that will be. You know, so that yes, UN also gave Nigeria the order to release him, but this is just too complicated. Okay, well, they've made their point. That's their point. Secondly, we talk about what's happening in Plateau State. Unfortunately, lives were down Plateau State, and one striking news is that the bandits that attacked this community called Marseille, they attacked them, and fortunately for the community, they had a very robust vigilante group. Okay, the vigilante group were able to 18 people lost their lives actually, but the vigilante group were able to down 16 lives from the group of bandits. They lost 2 lives, and it's very unfortunate that they lost two lives. People that really protected their community, and but the good news there is that they were able to gun down 16 of these bandits. And what does that tell you?
It's impressive.
It tells you, it tells you that these bandits they can be crushed.
Personally, I feel like those persons who were brave enough to actually stand against these bandits should be honored by the country. Sure. And you were talking, okay, when we started the program, you were mentioning about the security of the country, that they need to make more investment. My brother, Nigeria has spent in defense. That defense is the third most the highest expenses that we make in this country. So come to think of it, we're talking about machinery. What machinery that they do not have? Is it not just last month that they gave them extra 6 to Kano jets? About 6 months ago they had another 6. So, and this, we're talking about millions and billions of dollars. Like I mentioned, our SS Crude account has been depleted from billions of dollars, about 30 billions of dollars.
Now it is $333,000. I'm not talking about million. $33,000. A fund that was rising during the time of Goodluck Jonathan has been depleted to near zero. And what happened? The invoices has been showing that monies were spent for equipment for the military. I think at a time like this, these bandits, they have where they stay. Intelligence should be able to infiltrate the SSS, DSS, and co. They should stop attacking them, the poor Nigerians. They should go and join those people. They should form cells inside them and fish them out. Send our forces to go and crack down their teams. Okay, so it's not just about equipment. We have if about guns, we have helicopters, we have bombs. Oh, come on, what else do we need?
Okay,
so I think they should rejig our military, and also more importantly our police stations are now like empty shops. When you go to those regions, there are no policemen in the offices. They are not being jigged, motivated to do their jobs. Police do not even have uniforms. So they should do something about that and forget about complaining about equipment. We have it enough.
Okay. So shortly before we continue on, go on to our last paper for the day, we'll go on a short break, and when we return, we'll continue from where we stopped. Please stay tuned.
Dear Nigerians,
make una go get on a PVC.
together we can take back our country.
Now, Nisi,
Mama,
Jesus.
This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited.
Okay, you're welcome back from that short break. And I'm looking now at our last paper for today. It's the Vanguard, and amongst the headlines in the Vanguard we have here, this one says on page 5, PDP crisis, Wike's group lists demands as elders meet. PDP crisis, Wike's group lists demands as elders meet. Okay, you can get all the details on that headline on page 5 of the Vanguard. And next on page 6 we have bandits block Enugu Port Harcourt highway, burn army van, abduct scores of passengers. Okay, that's on page 6. And on page 12 we have NNPC average monthly remittance falls by over 1,000%. Okay, that's according to CBN sources. NNPC average monthly remittance falls by over 1,000% according to CBN sources. That's on page 12. And next we have, we don't fix cut off marks, says JAM. That's on page 8 of page 9 of the Vanguard. Okay, we already read that on our previous papers. And next here, this one says capacity to lead. The Thai Ahmed tackles Okowa over Obi. Capacity to lead. The Thai Ahmed tackles Okowa over Obi. That's on page 8. And on page 12 we have ASU extends strike by 4 weeks. ASU extends strike by 4 weeks. That's on page 12. And lastly, on page 19 we have UBA announces new group managing director, executive board members. UBA announces new group managing director, executive board members. Okay, that's the much we can take in the Vanguard. Mr. Victor, just before we call it a day, how do you react to these headlines?
Okay, I would like to talk about the ASU strike. They've extended it again by 4 weeks. And to my understanding, remember the president came out 2 weeks ago to say that he directed, as usual, he directed the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Education to go out there and take care of this strike within the next 2 weeks. And it's upon us here again, and nothing. If you remember, if you check out for the past 1 week, nothing is being said about this. Nothing and nothing
that
about
they have extended the strike by 4 weeks when they actually said that they are going on indefinite strike. Indefinite meaning we don't know when they are to return. So why not just keep the lay low until you're ready to return? Then
I think it's strategy for them, because they are using it to remind the people that they are still here. and the strike is still ongoing. Just calling back our memories that see we are here. Tell government.
There are lots of persons who actually wishing they could forget about the strike right now.
See, lecturers are suffering. They are suffering right now. They are not being paid.
Okay.
But just imagine that in 3 months you are not being paid. Talk more of 6 months, my brother. So a whole lot of, and it's even affecting many other chains of our academic institutions. Okay, take a look at the laboratories where private persons can go and conduct their research. Now they are under lock and key.
Okay.
Well, what about when you have your own, let's say, even the government, some government parastatals still go to the universities to do their research. But what then happens right now? These guys, these researchers, leave the shores of this country and sometimes go to private universities. That's if those private universities are of standard to take care of their laboratory works.
Okay.
So what they do on a normal basis, send out their samples to universities around the regions of Nigeria. And what does that mean? That means that we are also not utilizing our funds. We are sending away our funds where it's supposed to be used in the country. That is also reason why our forex keeps depreciating, because services that are supposed to be rendered in Nigeria, we are sending those monies across the shores, outside the shores of this country, like education, like medicine. My brother, you know, they are too numerous to mention. Okay, secondly, I want to also talk about the NNPC. The NNPC, they came out. Okay, there was a report that first came out to say that they did not remit anything to the national coffers the past 6 months, but they also came out to say, okay, see, we were able to dish out 2.7 billion naira. Now that is so poor, because another report has come out to say if you average these monies by monthly, in respect to monthly, find out that we are talking about 300 million USDs in 1 month. But this is more like 1000% deduction when compared in 2014, when we were able to, the NNPC was able to dish out 3.7 billion in just 1 month. That's to tell you that, bro, there is fire on the mountain. The country needs instant and total solution.
Okay, so what's the way forward?
The way forward is we need to bring out ways that can rejig our economy. We need to start producing. Our oil capacity by barrels per day has really dropped. By the end of this week, we will get a new report from OPEC telling us that we need to increase our supply. Now the Russian war is an advantage for many countries producing this oil and gas. Okay, we have been told to, or we have been directed to supply to the world 1.8 billion barrels per day, but we cannot even do up to 1 million because of what? Oil theft. We need to, oh my God, we need to checkmate all that. And also,
there's a whole lot that needs to be done, actually.
Yes, and also, I'm sorry, but I need to say this: the CBN, the leadership in the CBN, they are failures. They are a bunch of failures. They need to go.
Why do you say so? Why do you say so?
Oh, for the past 8 years, look at, from 2014, there has been a dip. Mind you, in 2014, our forex, our dollar, the dollar rate was around 167, but now we're talking about $700. Even yesterday, it went down to 690, and they started jubilating. Jubilating for what, my brother? This system is bad.
Okay,
we need a change.
Okay, we need a change. These are the words of Mr. Victor Sioku. You're very much welcome, sir. Thank you so much for your time with us on the program for today. And as for you who have been watching us, been faithful to your screen, thank you so much for sticking there and being faithful to this very time. Without you, we would not be here. That is a fact. But unfortunately, whatever has a beginning has an end, and this is where we have to draw the curtain on the program for today. Thank you so much for sticking there. My name is Cyril Aloysius, and don't forget, you can also be a part of this show. If you have any questions, suggestions to make, do want to drop them in the comment section of any of our social media platforms. And don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms as well. On YouTube, you can find us at TAF TV. On Instagram, we are TAF TV_NG. On Facebook, we are TAF TV. And on Twitter, we are TAF TV. And don't forget, you can also visit www.tafmedia.com to get your latest information on every area and aspect of life. Okay, it's a bye for now. My name is Cyril Aloysius. Until we come here again next time, to have a wonderful day.